West Virginia is full of mysterious myths and legends and supernatural hotspots, but few are as famously haunted as the historic Lowe Hotel of Point Pleasant. Originally opened in 1904 by the Smith brothers and named the Spencer Hotel in honor of their financial backer, the hotel was the epitome of high society hospitality and catered to people traveling along the Ohio River. The ground floor had a bank, barber shop, bar and grill, sample rooms, billiard rooms, and a ladies' reception. A mezzanine between the first and second floor contained the original kitchen and dining facility. Floors 2 and 3 served as guest rooms, and the fourth housed a grand ballroom. In 1929, the hotel was purchased by Homer D. Lowe, who renamed it the Lowe Hotel and got rid of the seedier entertainments that had been allowed to go on in the back rooms. Today, the Lowe is owned by the Finleys, who continue to renovate the hotel to bring it back to its former glory, and who have turned a portion of the ground floor into an art gallery. But amid all of this old-fashioned elegance lingers an inescapable connection to the supernatural.
Say a storm's a-comin', a dark and stormy night. There's something living in the mountains, something calling from the skies. I guess one might just say it's a weird and wonderful life. When you share your home with monsters, Mothman and the Bigfoot too, you'd better watch out where you're going, golly gobbler might get you. You can run, but you can't hide from this weird and wonderful life.
Commonly referred to as the Stanley Hotel of the East Coast, we couldn't help but contemplate what the night would bring. We couldn't remain lost in thought for too long, though, not with co-pilots like these wreaking havoc behind us. You ready to go in and check it out?
I'm ready.
Well, what are you waiting for?
You!
Well, let's go! And before we knew it, we were walking into one of the most haunted hotels in the world. After getting our old school warded key, we made our way up to our room. So we just checked into the Lowe Hotel. I'm gonna tell you now, if there's a place that's ever been haunted where you're pretty much guaranteed to see a ghost, I feel like this would be the place.
Absolutely. This is it.
Yeah, first impressions.
Oh, immediate creepy vibe. Immediate. But even though it's beautiful.
After stowing our luggage and getting settled, we were hungry enough to eat a moth actually.
It's lunchtime, and what better to eat than
a Mothman burrito.
So we were off to the local Mexican restaurant, Rio Bravo, which serves up Mothman on a platter. And if he's not moth enough to satisfy you,
then you can head on over to What's the Scoop for even more Mothman. There's a Mothman ice cream bowl, a Mothman milkshake, and many other tasty offerings. It's also a great place for birthday ice cream.
Happy birthday, dear Diane. Happy birthday to you.
As we were wrapping up to leave, one of the employees found out we were staying at the Lowe Hotel and told us a disturbing story. He stayed in one of the rooms that's said to have prominent paranormal activity. When he tried to leave the next day, he found himself locked in against his will. He called for help, and the staff had to come and get him out. This didn't bode well for us, especially now that it was time for us to head back and begin our investigation.
On the mezzanine, the spirit of a lovely, disheveled young woman dances in a flowing white nightgown to music only she can hear. It's believed that she is the ghost of Juliet Smith, daughter of the original owner, who was kept from the only man she ever loved. It's said she can be tempted out of hiding if you leave her a single, long-stemmed red rose. The second floor is haunted by a young child riding her tricycle through the hallways. Witnesses claim she is as solid as anyone else, but is so concentrated on her ride, she fails to interact with them. Others claim to only hear the sound of a child's laughter and the squeak of wheels. It is generally held that she is simply the energetic imprint of one of the many children who were raised on the property over the years. The most active location in the Lowe seems to be the 3rd floor, with no fewer than 3 ghosts. There's a maid who whistles while she works and leaves her own cleaning supplies behind. The bearded man dressed in 1930s clothing, who's seen frequently in room 314. But the most famous of them all is Captain Jim. Dressed as a steamboat captain, he stands at the windows looking out toward the river and tells witnesses that he's waiting for his boat. The 4th floor is home to the haunted ballroom, where the sounds of a string quartet can still be heard playing night and day. It's also said that the widowed mother of Mr. Lowe still lingers in the rooms that used to be hers on the far end of the floor, now only in use by the family who owns the hotel, mostly for storage. It's left in the dark and blocked off from the public. That's where we'll be investigating tonight.
With our cameras in hand, we made our way to the 4th floor when I noticed something odd going on with my camera. The facial detect autofocus was trying to focus on something unseen, a problem I'd never had before, nor have experienced since. Who or what was it detecting? We found the entrance to the 4th floor, which is like walking into a gaping mouth of darkness. Once we'd made it to the landing, we felt as if some sort of paranormal presence was with us immediately.
Such a heavy feeling of something being behind me that it's almost physical. Like it's that intense, that it's like something, imagine somebody putting their hand right between your shoulder blades and kind of pushing, but like just this light like push. That's how it feels constantly in here. Like it doesn't matter which direction I turn in, it's there.
Anna notes that it felt like something was so close, she felt as if it could press on her back at any moment. While she's expressing this to me, you can see her camera capturing orbs moving in front of her. Only seconds later, Anna stops our investigation in its tracks.
Well, if it is, she's
doing a good job.
She's doing a really good job of haunting, because I'm telling you, it doesn't...
We have...
Whoa.
What? She goes on to explain how she'd seen something small dart from under the table in front of us and hide behind the chair close to the wall. Could this have been the little girl everyone reports seeing? Could the orbs we'd captured been the energy she manifested to make her presence known? After that, everything seemed to settle down, so we wrapped up our investigation for the night, but nothing could prepare us for what happened the next morning.
While filming a wrap-up video, our phone started blowing up from our travel companions. They told us they had a disturbing experience and we needed to get there quickly, so we rushed to their room. Once inside, she told us that a spirit had made physical contact with her. She didn't want to be seen on camera, but did allow us to record her telling the story.
And you don't want to be on camera, right?
No, I'll tell you the story, but I don't want to be on camera.
Okay.
So it was about 2:35 a.m. and I felt something touching my lips and my face around my lips. So I opened up my eyes, and next to the bed was this black floating orb of some sort. I sat straight up, and when I got up, it disappeared, and I thought, did I just imagine that? Or did the kids come in? So I got up and walked through the bathroom to the other room where the kids were, and they were all still sound asleep. And when I actually stepped into the doorway of their room, the medicine cabinet door started to slowly open all by itself. I walked back through the bathroom back into my room, and in my room the medicine cabinet door was also standing open. So I asked my husband, did you open the medicine cabinet door? And he's like, no, I haven't touched it. And I was like, okay, this is kind of strange. But it wasn't scary at all. I felt like whatever this orb was that was opening the medicine cabinets and touching my face was trying to be playful. So I wasn't really scared. And I'd also like to point out, too, that The bathroom that separated our two rooms, the light in there was left on so the kids would have a night light and so that they can get to the bathroom if they needed to. So both rooms were illuminated to an extent where you could see everything in the room.
With this amount of evidence, we have no doubt the Lowe Hotel lives up to its reputation as being one of the most haunted hotels in the world. But now it was time for us to navigate its labyrinth of hallways one last time and say goodbye, leaving the spirits behind, but taking their memories with us.
Weird and Wonderful has been an experience we will never forget. We've loved every minute of our journey and enjoyed every town we visited. But it's the company that has made these trips so special for us. We would like to thank everyone, including our viewers, for coming along with us on these adventures. You're the best travel companions we could have ever asked for.
We did it!
Yeah! Yeah, finally! Okay, so there's...
Say a storm's a-comin', a dark and stormy night. There's something living in the mountains, something calling from the skies. I guess one might just say it's a weird and wonderful life. When you share your home with monsters, Mothman, and the Bigfoot too, you'd better watch out where you're going, golly gobbler might get you. You can run, but you can't hide from this weird and wonderful life.
Get in, loser. We're going ghost hunting.